diving. Hope comes and stops us in our tracks. Bravely we prove in our striving, trudging together each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Hello. I don't like the way this works. I don't like the way it works. That's okay. I'll get over it. So, hello. Hi, Michelle. Yep. So I figured out how much my set of teeth are going to cost me. They gave me it was 28,000. I got them down to 17,000. So 17,500. I knew it was going to be expensive. I was thinking around 20,000. So, from what I had gathered, but it's the price I pay for my alcoholism, man. Yep. And I'm British, so that doesn't help much. British are known notoriously for having bad teeth. So I'm sure all the sugar and abuse I put them through. So, but I did like the dentist because she was honest with me. I can't ask for much more than that, right? She's like, this doesn't happen overnight. It's going to take 9 months to a year to get this completed for you and to do it right. I was looking at other places that we have a week turnaround. I'm like, what? That's pretty quick. Yeah, I'm doing dental implants. I don't want to do the other stuff. I'm going to be doing the dental implants where it clicks in. So, yep. Now you know why I don't smile. Once I get those, though, you'll probably see me smile more. Like with teeth. Notice I only let you see my bottom teeth. I will not let you see my top teeth. Been made fun of too much. All right. I think this is a good topic. That's what I think. Yeah, I saw that. He looks really good. He looks really good. I saw that. Welcome to the Daily Trudge. My name is Dion. New shoes, new teeth, new boys time bomb. I couldn't do it. If you're here, please say hello, whether you're watching the live or the rewatch. All right. So, a few things. Number one, I was a drug and alcohol counselor. So, I'm familiar with drugs a little bit and things. All right. That would be cool too, because I hear there's government grants. Anything that'll help me with money would be awesome. So, thank you, babe. It was funny because we were filling it out and to see if we could qualify. I'm like, oh, you're gonna have to have Shannon do it. She's my sugar mama. Anyway. What is my lane? Well, I tell you, my lane is alcoholism. Right? And this is coming from the other day when, and I'm certainly not putting anybody down because, like I said, I think it was opinionated. And what I had asked was, do addicts belong in AA? Somebody had posted on it kind of ticks me off when I put the topic out and people post on that Don't. It's just argumentative. That's all. You're just arguing with me. And if you want to argue with me, give me a call. I'm not going to argue with you on Facebook. I'm not. Okay. People don't need to see that. Right. And you probably don't want me calling you out on Facebook. I don't think that's very fair. And I certainly, when we punish, we do it in private. That's how it's done. So anyway, somebody said, well, it's just like church where, are the sinners allowed to come? Well, of course they are. I don't feel like that was really a good example at all. See, we alcoholics are born with this disease. I get to choose whether I'm a Christian or not. You see, does that make sense? This is the way I see it. If you're not an alcoholic, you get no say-so on whether addicts belong in AA or not. It's our group. I was going to call this when everybody gets everything, nobody gets anything. And everybody's shit is being taken away. It sucks, huh? It sucks. Okay? Equality, the diversity doesn't always equal equality. I'm going to tell you where I think it started. The Boys Club of Denver. At least that's where it started here. Years and years and years ago, it used to be the Boys Club of Denver. Now it's the Boys and Girls Club of Denver. Now it's the Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts. Hey, don't worry, I'm getting to you too. Okay. Now men are in women's sports and everybody can be whoever they want at any point for anything. And I would tell you, this is on the verge of licensing for destruction. When everybody clamors for what it is that they want and everybody should have a fair piece of the pie. No. I know. I don't agree with men being in women's sports. I just don't. Now, this is opinion. Doesn't matter. I'm only using this as a comparison to, okay? Now, I'm a male. I'm a person. I'm not in female sports. Does my vote matter in that? No. No, I'm not a woman. Women's rights hurts women's rights. I can do that, but let me do it. I still want to be nice. I know you're perfectly capable of doing things. And I'm not putting anybody down. I'm just, when everybody gets everything, nobody gets anything. Because people are naturally selfish and they will take more than they need. Okay? No, this is about needs, not about what we want. If I strove for what I wanted, I would get drunk. That's what would happen to me. Eventually, I would get drunk if I just wanted to go along Dion's will. Okay? Now, I can also not go into an NA meeting and tell them how they need to run their meeting. I'm not addicted to narcotics. I cannot go into an Overeaters Anonymous. I cannot go into a Porn Anonymous. I cannot go into Gamblings Anonymous and tell them how to do things. I cannot go in there and pose as a gambler so that I can fulfill my wants. We call these people recovery posers. And what they're addicted to is the frothy emotional appeal that comes from people dumping in AA meetings or 12-step meetings. It's about 30% of our people. They usually stay off camera. Go to a Zoom meeting. 80% of the people are off camera. Most for a very good reason. Some of them are working and things like that. Personally, I think if you can take your time, but it is cool to be able to go to a meeting and do your job and still be able to get something in, right? Yeah, nothing wrong with that. No, I have a problem with cameras being off, but We can't hide. We can't hide from who we are. If we do that and we bury our head in the sand, it's going to kill you. That isolation will kill you. I've seen people die of broken hearts. I watched it happen. You bet. I already know this. Shan and I are going at the same time. We're very close. Because I lost her. It would break my heart. It would probably kill me. I love her that much, man. So I'm not saying that, I'm not saying that addicts shouldn't go to AA meetings, but what I am saying is they probably shouldn't open their mouth. And I understand that we want it to be all inclusive. We do. I mean, I get it. But if we become all inclusive and everybody can come and everybody can donate and everybody can speak, what's going to become of the alcoholics? What will become of our primary purpose? Our primary purpose, stay sober, help other alcoholics to achieve sobriety. Everything after that is fluff. All recovery meetings. No, we don't speak the same language. We don't speak the same language. When I talk to I've tried sponsoring drug addicts. It never works. I don't speak the same language. I don't know how I'm going to hook them. I don't know where I'm going to get this. So no, I don't. When people say recovery is the same, then what happened to the multiple pathways of recovery? Pick one. Either recovery is all the same and everybody can go to AA, or there's multiple paths. This is a pregnant or not situation the way I see it. Okay? So pick one. I don't care which one it is, just pick one. Go with it. Doesn't matter. I'll tell you why it doesn't matter. Because your recovery is going to be your recovery, and you're still going to do what it is that you need to do. Period. Right? So my lane, and I've gotten out of my lane here a couple of times. I tried to do the fentanyl thing, way out of my fucking lane. I'm glad I didn't spend too much time on that. I'm glad I didn't do too much because I did a little bit of damage, man. Okay, not my lane. Prevention, not my lane anymore. I'm too old. Prevention's for the youngins, man. Prevention should be done by people 30 and under. Prevention starts with the kids, man. With the kids. That's why Alateen is important. So my lane is alcoholism. Will I help beyond that? Sure. I'm 53 and I've been through a lot of stuff in my life. So I know a lot of life hacks. So I'm more than just a recovering alcoholic. I'm also a person that can help you get Medicaid. I can help you get your driver's license back. What? You can't get a bank account? Well, I can get you one. Yeah. I have past due child support. I have a bank account. There's ways to do this stuff so that you can get done what you need to get done. Sometimes you need to repair your credit so you can finish your 9-step stuff. Right? There's things in life that I understand, like accountability is the number one way to keep somebody sober in early sobriety. It's accountability. And you make them accountable to somebody they respect. And will they make it? I don't know, but I do know that their odds will go up. If you understand the fact that somebody can get sober for any reason and you support them in that, do you know what you've done? You brought their percentage up by like 10, 15%. Did you know that? No, you didn't, because you're not a counselor. You don't need to know that. But if you do know it, just imagine what you're doing. Every time you go up there, out there and do something like that, you are increasing the chances of them having a better life. Isn't it? I know that if you are homeless, you can get sober. But I also know that if you put a roof over their head, they have a 40% more chance of staying sober. 40% better chance. Yeah. Somebody yelled the other day, and I'm not going to go back to that. I'm tired of being cross-talked on. Okay. Statistics. They do matter. Okay. But don't determine your own recovery based off statistics. Okay. Yesterday, somebody had said, and he got it backwards. He said people with long-term sobriety, 10 to 20 years, only 14% of them make it. And that is not what the statistics said. The statistics said that if you have 5 or more years, you have a 14% better chance of long-term sobriety. That's what it said. He had it backwards. It was a good statistic, not a bad one. Statistics are just they're to be able to measure where we're at. That's it. So we can gauge what needs to be done. But if you get caught up in statistics, that can fuck you up. It'll, because then what happens is you'll hear like only 3% make it. If you believe this, you're not thinking. How can NA make it with only 3%? It wouldn't even be around anymore. It wouldn't even never have made it. That's how you know it's bullshit. Look around in the rooms. I'm going to tell you, been in the rooms for a long time. About half of us make it. About half of us make it. What does that mean? About half of us die sober. That's what that means. That's all that means. That's it. That means that you could have drank on the last day of your life, but you stayed sober your whole life. But you wouldn't have made that statistic. You would still be a success in my book. Yeah. Yeah. You know what Bill Wilson's last wish was? You got to remember he was in rattle brain at this point, which means he was no longer there. His brain was just looking for an answer, and he asked for a shot of whiskey. That was his dying wish. That's how evil this disease is. That's how cunning, patient, and powerful it is. Right? I hope you were able to listen to what Steph and I talked about. How spirits, I think that, hey, Chris, and I think it's actually closer to 75%. But from what I see, it's about half. But I don't see it all, no. But I noticed that maybe it is a little bit more than that. Maybe it's more like 60% of the people I see stick around. Good catch, Chris. I'd much rather give us more kudos on that one. That's good to see you. So yeah, I just didn't feel like that was a very fair comparison to compare addicts being in AA to people being able to go to church, whether they were a sinner or not. AA is the largest organization in the world. Beyond that, we are the largest organization in the world that no one wanted to be a part of. That no one wanted to be a part of. Okay. So I understand that you want what we have. I get that. But you can't have it. You can't have what I have unless you're an alcoholic, period. You can't. I don't care I don't care what addiction you have. You will not be like me, which is fine. See, I was born an alcoholic. It came at a fucking price. My alcoholism came at a fucking cost. And I'm not going to let other people come in and fucking demean that, lower that. Like, oh, well, you know what? I went through da 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 da. I didn't put you in a fucking trap house. You made that fucking decision. I'm sorry, but you did. I didn't get that decision. Neither did you. We didn't get so to think that recovery is the same is bullshit. It's not. It is different. You are different. I am different. When I say that AA is the multiple pathways to recovery, I am not fucking kidding. Every other group out there is a spin-off. It's like the Happy Days of recovery. Do you know how many spin-offs Happy Days had? Okay. Celebrate recovery, smart recovery, well-variety, all of it came from AA. Okay. AA came from Oxford. We stole it too. Steal it, please. We want you to steal it and turn it into your own and leave us alone. Go do yours. You go help So this is how it works. We help the alcoholics. You help the addicts. And then we'll all meet in the park and play tiddlywinks. Okay? Then we'll all go celebrate together. But the language of the heart is how alcoholics speak. We have an actual language. We talk differently. I don't have a drinking problem. I drink, get drunk, fall down, no problem. See, you knew exactly where I was going. You knew exactly what I was going to say. I cannot walk into a fucking NA meeting and say, you know what? Yesterday was my 10th birthday. Everything was great, but I feel lonely as fuck. You would understand that. They would not. They will act like they do, but they don't. So stop being something you're not. It's driving me a little crazy. It's okay to be you. People run around and say, well, once an addict, not always an addict. Well, don't come into my fucking room because once an alcoholic, always an alcoholic. Okay? It may be different for addicts, but that's not true for alcoholics. So no, recovery is not the same. Even in AA, it's not the same. Your recovery is different than mine. And thank God, you don't want my recovery. You want your recovery that's fit for you in the comfort of your home, in your head, in your body, in your skin, man. This is your stuff. Okay? So, yeah, it's time to divide the line, man. Okay? The AA is not the default recovery place for everybody to go. Okay? You got to find your own fucking way. We did. We did. Ask God for help. And then call the appropriate place. I am tired of this one size fits all fucking bullshit. This isn't a moo-moo. All right. I think that's good enough. So let's reiterate a little bit. What is my lane? Alcoholics. Since I have made the decision a couple months back that I'm just working with alcoholics right now, I've gotten a lot more done. My next step is a halfway house. I made that decision about a week ago. Next step is a halfway house. So when I'm raising money, that's what it's going to be for. It's going to be a halfway house for homeless alcoholics. It'll be a 6-month to a year program. Yeah. It'll be about reintegration back into society. These people will not have to work. I do not want to take government grants. I can't follow their stupid fucking rules. That's why I'm not a drug and alcohol counselor now. Or I'd have to say things like substance use disorder. Fuck you. Fuck you. Call it substance. People, we don't even know what that means. Do you have AUD? Do you have a fuck off and die? No, I'm getting a little mean. I'm getting a little mean. I love you too, Chris. I love you too. That's a little mean. Yeah, no, and that's not fair. It's not fair to us. I agree with you. Okay, and we also have a responsibility statement, right? And we're alcoholics are usually very, very caring people. But the thing is we have a codependency problem. Okay. And what we don't need is people coming in saying I'm an alcoholic when they're actually not. Because they want to fit in. It won't work. Now, if you want to come in and say, my name's Dion, I've brought people like my friend Gary. He's an OA, but he started out in AA. Okay. He went to open meetings and he kept his mouth shut. Till he can find some OA meetings of his own. Now he goes to OA. Now I think that's okay. Okay. But if you're not an alcoholic, you're not supposed to be speaking, whether it's an open meeting or closed. It's Alcoholics Anonymous, not Recovery for Everybody Anonymous. Okay. I mean, at least in Colorado, all recovery meetings are a scam. All recovery meetings is not another way of life. It is not a 12-step group. It is a bunch of recovery coaches trying to get clients by being sneaky. And they think they can help everyone. They cannot. I can't. I don't. I wouldn't even know where to start with porn addiction, overeating. I don't. You still got to eat. At least with Alcoholics Anonymous, I can just stay away from my addiction. OA, gosh, sound a little different? Yes. They speak a different language. Where we have abstinence, they have a different word. I just can't remember it right off the top of my head. See, it's different. But I agree with you, Michelle, that we tend to be a springboard, which I guess is okay too, but it goes against our traditions in a sense because we're not supposed to support. We don't support anything else. We don't. Yeah. Well, you get what I mean. So, all right. That's what I got. Thank you all for being here. It's good to see you, Michelle, Amber, Chris. Good to see you all. I love you. Peace out.